you know what? Life is good even when you think it's not. You got to be thankful for all things when you think there's nothing to be thankful for, honey. And in life, you just gonna have to conquer devils, haters, and all those type of people, right? I am so glad that I doubled back and peeped in on this family. But like I told you, through reality shows, I used to watch this family. And I know y'all might not think so, but you should know so. Just by the number of men that I talk to and the number of friends that I have are male, you should know that I do find value in men, and I'm one of those independent women, of course, right? And I'm not going to dummy myself down to make a man feel like he's, all I'm going to do is pick a man that is secure. Pick a man that doesn't need all of that. Pick a man that is, the shit. I guess you can call it that. Or, so I'm going to pick a man that's secure. And he doesn't get mad because, I shine or I outproduce him or I lead in some circumstances. So, and I told you the only time I teeny weeny bit had that issue was with that Walker husband, right? Because I told you we at the Dern event, and everybody smiling and cheering and snapping photos and stuff like that, and I look over at his face and he act like he had a funeral. I'm like, oh, but he one of them type of people. I told you. Okay, I had to come in and kind of change his mindset from, being a permanent part of Niggerville. You understand what I'm saying? But he agreed to it. As I told him, that's what I was going to tell you. You want to be with me. We can't do this ghetto shit. Can't be, And after that, that's when I came up with, I want a man that is already my type. I don't have to make no changes to that because it's actually unfair for me to ask you to become something that you're not. You just need to find somebody on your level. Okay? But anyway, I didn't watch all of this, but the part that I got down to, I'm going to have to talk about this.
I got my other brother right here, too.
Oh, yeah.
Junior, stand up. Yeah. He does all our social media, so all the stuff you've been seeing, that's him.
100 million.
As you notice, me and my people move as a unit.
I took gas and walked around like I was undefeated. I saw no results, I still woke up and chased. They told me to find myself, instead I want to find a way.
Everybody got on jury. Even the baby got a little something. We ready now.
See what I'm wearing?
I love it. I appreciate that.
Wait, it's on the back. Not the back, but the back of the...
What are you on? Whoa.
It's too early, bro. My bad.
This message that Dion delivers, oh my God. That's a nice picture.
My jacket too.
shit?
Just quick info. Just under 4 hours, I went to White Plains now. Maybe I'll let you guys know about.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Gonna be some storms coming out of here, so there's bumpy coming in here. So I'm gonna be talking about.
Good.
And it's pretty bad weather over there in the New York area, so it's gonna be bumpy going in. Not gonna see much. So.
Check this out. It's my morning word this morning to all my men and fellas, the homies. We better than this. Straight up. We better than this. Where we are, who we are, the things we do, the things we say, we are better than this. We should be, just think about this, we should be so much farther than we are right now. But nevertheless, we're in this place and we're kind of comfortable. We act like we're satisfied, and we should be. We better than this. Let's make a conscious decision today to change for the better. Let's do it. Fellas, off script now. You ever did what you did when you did what you did, and you sat on the edge of the bed and you thought to yourself, we better than this. I'm better than this. But you don't think that way until after you reach your climax. What does it take for you to reach your climax of life? To sit on the edge of life and say, I'm better than this. I'm better than this. And let's stop fighting each other. Let's stop hating on each other. Let's stop lying on each other. Stop stealing and cheating and sabotaging people with your mouth. Let's stop doing that. We are better than this. You know what my goal is? To give 10 folks an opportunity. 10 this year. Opportunity to make money. Opportunity to have more peace, more joy, more love, more appreciation, more respect. Because we better than this. That's what I'm going to do. What you going to do? Hang on right there.
Oh, second. I'm a second. Was it I was tripping, kept the bitch and I ain't even care. Now to stop and stir, it took a while but made it there. And I bought my sir, and my China chandelier. Double C Louis V, I swear to God this all I wear. Was it I was tripping, kept the bitch and I was on a mission. Got the snakes around me, now they talking shit, I call it hissing. So tripping too, I tried to tell them but they wouldn't listen. Said let's take a trip to an island, walked into the kitchen, ran it up and
Yeah, that was such a deep and positive message. Oh my gosh. And you know what? With so much negativity and all of that and cussing and going off that I have to do, right? Around here, around these parts. That's on the parts, right? 'Cause you don't hear me doing that with nowhere else. Okay. I forgot that that's not what I do. Until I have to do it. You understand what I'm saying? So, can't be sunk in a place, you know, with people that cause you to, you know, go in a different direction, go in areas that you don't like to go in. You will go, but you don't like to go in, right? And I hate when people say, it's out of my character. No, if you do it, it's well within your character. Because you did it. That's just not something you typically do, okay? But if you can go there, it's in your character. When, y'all do fucked up shit, that's not you out your character. Hell, some people sign up to do fucked up shit. So you meant to do it. It is what it is, right? But that, if we had more black men like that spreading those type of messages instead of the men that we have that done jumped on that, like that old Kevin Samuel shit, the high value man, all that extra shit, whatever. And then when you go and look at the men that's calling themselves the high value men or whatever the association whatever that Nature Boy, that black dude that had on women and went to jail for having a cult and spreading herpes and shit like that. You have men that pass those messages of like that marginalize women and, take our value away from us, our worth, and put us on a ranking system or rating system or whatever you want, all that extra shit. And you literally got men, because, I had one up there talking about the women that they got to fly all across the motherfucking globe to get and still don't have one. Like, huh? I had to think about that. How you telling me what I'm not and what you get, and you ain't got one? Yeah, I said I know you're gonna run back. What's the difference between you and I don't hide shit, but I'm saying. And if I say it behind the scenes, I can say it on the screen. Okay? Understand all of that. Like, what you gonna do? And I'm not saying that we're trying to be bad, this and that. I encourage anybody to ask a motherfucker that don't like what they said, what you gonna do about it? Only thing you gonna do about it is agree or disagree. Or in y'all's way of doing things, go live. Or get on the phone. You heard that? She shooting at you. Bunch of bitch ass niggas. Oh, can't stand it. So it's so observing a bunch of bitch ass niggas for so long. It is refreshing to see that there are still men. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that I had to show y'all that example because that's what I'm accustomed to, right? A lot of you motherfuckers think that I have a problem with me, or whatever you think about me, I don't give a fuck. Because you motherfuckers go Google Gaga, kill up everybody in the room over trash ass niggas. I mean, you line up for the motherfuckers. You wait your turn. I don't know what the fuck to call it. And I'm like, huh? Oh, Lord. I'm a nice person, right? Now I entertain it. But when I see what it is, No. And then now I find you can't even entertain it, child. You got to know what it really is straight up, so you can get on out of there. When you have to get on out of there now, you know what I'm saying? So, but hell no. And I just can't believe this is where you will find a bunch of motherfucking Trump supporters. I just don't get none of this. I get it. Right, I get it. But I just don't understand it. Okay? But anyway, child. I have a look back and laugh. But anyway. Because of some of the messages I do get, or the people I do talk to, offline, or even online sometimes, I do know that this hasn't been a complete waste of time. You understand what I'm saying? Some of us have made an impact. Yeah. Tell me I didn't. And I'm not the only one, but I know I was one of the ones. You understand what I'm saying? But to the point is, baby, you got Dusties that's thinking that, y'all are the same. Like, what? No. You need to compare yourself to the rest of the Dusties. Not me. That's what you need to worry about. Don't worry about me. You understand what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. And that's mental illness. And that's a motherfucker that is just ain't used to shit. Because if they were around the people, that we consider movers and shakers right now. Now, understand what I'm saying. By no means am I talking about me ever being in a room of a bunch of Oprahs and Michelle Obamas and Barack Obamas, those type of. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about movers and shakers on my level. Okay, not at their level. That's a different level, honey. Okay, that's a different level of status. Okay, that's more on the level of being privileged. That's a privileged status. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm not even talking about the status below privilege when it comes to me, but I'm just talking about regular people, regular people shit, okay? All right, if you did a ranking out of the regular people, not those people. That's something totally different. I mean, I've had the opportunity to be in rooms with like business people, of course, company owners, but that's because I'm doing something with them, but not like celebrities like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like regular celebrities, not those type of celebrities, or people that's connected to celebrities too. You know what I'm saying? But y'all get what I'm trying to say. So I'm not trying to say in no kind of way am I somewhere in the Met Gala. No, 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 no. So, I keep it real, realer than real, right? But I like the way that this family moves. I like the people that I see them hang around. And then if it isn't a person that they normally hang around, it's somebody they're trying to help, right? And that's always been us straight out the gate. That's what my family does. So I was born into that mindset. And then along the way, I um, chose to do the same thing, right? At first, it was a little rocky. And then I was okay, these are the things I'm interested in, and these are the things that I will focus on, right? And I just refocused, right? But I'm still excited. I'm so excited. Ooh! Child. But anyway, but I like to celebrate men. Now y'all probably, no, she done that. Yes, I do. I do. It's just that you just got to be a man worth celebrating. Okay, I'm not stupid. I'm not desperate, hard up, and I'm just not anything or whatever. Not the corner store people, none of them motherfuckers. Okay? I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about men that speak like that. You know what I'm saying? Men that knows how to treat people and definitely know how to treat a woman. Those are the type of things that make me, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit. Those are the type of people I fall in love with. I'm not talking about they falling in love with to jump up and down or whatever. I'm talking about falling in love with, like, good people. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I mean. And like my male friends, I'm absolutely in love with them. Because I know that 9 out of 10 times they're somewhere doing the right thing. And they don't fuck with you unless you fuck with them or somebody they love. They for the most part, they know how to treat a woman But if they are treating a woman crazy, it's usually because she done something crazy to them, and then but she about on the way out, you know. But I'm not making excuses. I don't think either way is right. I just think it's fair. You know, I don't expect them to be no sucker and get, ran over just because they're in love or whatever. I don't expect no shit like that. I don't expect that from nobody, right? But yeah, I mean, Dion's message is so on point. And if there were a bunch of men spreading those type of messages instead of spreading these crazy ass messages and shit like that, like women, just can go so far and y'all that type of shit. That's just crazy. I mean, let me tell you how crazy this shit is, right? What that man used to tell me. How crazy this sound. You want a woman that's successful and this, that, third, and whatever, so that she can help you and whatever. But yet, she can only do what you tell her to do. Huh? Like, it don't even make sense. And you have these women that just fall in line with this shit. I just don't get it. I will never get it. And I don't need to get it. You understand what I'm saying? If you ain't right from the door, from hello, I'm already a memory to you, honey. I'm already gone. You understand what I'm saying? That's friend girls or whatever. You ain't right, come to that motherfucking door. I can't. I'm not entertaining your shit, no kind of shit, no more. None of it. Okay, if I get a sense that you ain't bad shit straight up, because I know how to judge. I know how to judge. All I need to do, and I do this anyway, but all I need to do is look at who you deal with. On or offline, I don't give a fuck. That's usually what I do. That's my first indicators right there. Because I know what good people do and who they fuck with. Like I told you, there's never going to be 9 drug dealers and 1 school teacher. Find it. Google it. See if you can find a case of 9 drug dealers and 1 school teacher. And I'm not saying that all drug dealers are bad people. I'm not saying that. Can't say that. One thing about me, you'll find I'm not a goddamn hypocrite. Or if I am a hypocrite, it was definitely by accident. If I make a hypocritical mistake, because it's just naturally in me. That's just how I feel. I would look real stupid down in drug deals. If you know, you know. I don't sell no drugs. I'm just saying, I look real dumb. People just turn me like, huh? They'll look at me like, huh? People that know me, they'll be like, bitch, if you don't shut up with that shit. But, yeah, I just think that his message was so on point. And now, the only thing I disagree with is that everyone is better than that. Some people just who they are. They ain't gonna change or whatever. They love being the piece of shit. Because right before we have an opportunity to do bad, we have an opportunity to do good, right? You have a choice. Okay? We all do. But sometimes, because, a lot of folks, they follow people. They like to be a follower. Or that's some shit they want to do anyway. So they're going to pick and choose to do the wrong shit. I don't know, but so that's the only thing I disagree with. That some people are just who they are, child. Just a bunch of low belly ass caterpillars, honey. Just shake your head and just and you can't say these motherfuckers. You can't help them. You can't save them. So you serve no purpose. You know, and if it's a mental health issue, they won't go and get that checked out. Like, what the fuck, you know? So what you want, you know? If they addicted, they won't go somewhere and see about addictions and shit. Like, I mean, hell, ain't nothing you can do about that. I'm so happy that I was able to get that roommate off that damn shit. Yes, Lord. Oh, baby, honey. And that, oh my gosh. I'm about to cry. Because I know that's a good one. That man served. That man be always somewhere talking about uplifting and stuff like that. Now, Credit Card Man, he concentrates more on uplifting because he's a part of so many organizations when it comes to uplifting and things of that nature, right? But listen, just a small message, any message you do, baby, it's still a contribution to this world. You know, just such good people. Oh, I'm blessed. Jesus. Ooh, child. It's a blessing to have certain people in your life. You know, it's a blessing for me to have the people that I have in my life now on here, on the YouTube. I definitely consider them a blessing. And some of them been a blessing since day one. Straight up, honey. Child, baby, I done had, oh, Lord have mercy. People try to turn people against me, not knowing, baby, they ain't okay. Shit, I don't know the motherfuckers. But they couldn't get the goddamn good ones, honey. See, that's the difference. Because the good ones aren't that dumb. Man, that's a blessing. You know. People tell lies. And I don't even understand none of that. Because if this YouTube little shit, these little bitty people, is that important to you, you already not in. You already trash. If you got to do all of that, you already trash. You ain't got shit going on. You ain't bad shit. That's straight up and down. Straight up and down. If you worry about this shit out here, and these motherfuckers, child, please, I know what. Let me tell you. So I know I be talking about that shit, whatever, right? If I put it like this, I do it from the mail, thing, right? So let me tell you. Let me tell you this. So it's a true story. So my cousin Kenny, right? I told you that Yvette had that soft, pretty voice, You understand what I'm saying? I don't think she's a bad looking girl. I don't, but I mean, it is what it is. So, when we were young, my cousin, Kenny, he's, a big man in Jacksonville, pretty much. And so so he had a habit of, sometimes trying to talk to my friends or whatever. So he had answered the phone one day and his vet had called. And so he gave him the phone, whatever. And he like, who is that? Whatever. And I was like, that's my friend Yvette. And they are older than I am, right? So I wasn't at the high school. I was still in middle school. And the yearbooks hadn't came out. And so he had a yearbook. And he was like, yeah, show me her in the yearbook. I, showed him her in the yearbook. And he hung that phone up. Right? And she would always say, she would joke about it. He broke my heart. He hurt my feelings and, stuff like that. And, but you get to think about it, right? Now, he has status. So, I mean, she was a nice girl and everything, but, it's just, I told you how that status shit worked. And, like, when you have status or whatever, you don't even flirt with all kinds of people. You don't even play like that. It is a no-go. Understand what I'm saying? And anybody with status knows that. That's universal. That's just not in Jacksonville. That's universal. You don't even play like that. Right now, if they knew my shenanigans, I wouldn't lose, my standings, okay? But they would definitely be looking at me crazy because I'm way up there, they like the people that's close to me, they may joke and ask like, what the fuck, what's going on? Like, trying to make sure I'm okay. I'm on here arguing with Dusties and all that type of shit like that and whatever. They would literally want to know, are you okay? I keep reminding you, remember when we was having that conversation about them underwear? And I text my friend that she turned around and fucking called. And I hadn't probably talked to her, like, on the phone. And I ain't gonna hold you. Probably within a goddamn year. We text. But, yeah. She called, make sure I was old fucking K. Like, what? It's just certain things are triggered. Like, something was going on. So, yeah. It's like, it's like that. I'm not gonna lose nothing. I'm not gonna, but they gonna side eye my motherfucking ass. Dirty niggas and shit like that. When I mean by like the clothes and stuff like, baby, I got some explaining to do. Okay. Now what the fuck is this about? You only put that facade up for so long till it just come on through. Like, wait a minute. Is your outfit dirty? Like, That's one thing I know. You don't take people's word for shit. Mm-mm. But I'm so used to taking people's word for whatever because of the circles I run in. Like, sure, that's got to be the truth. That's just, Ain't nobody posing, taking no pictures in no dirty clothes now, looking close. Just thought about that. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Baby. Like, what the fuck? Taking people's word for what the fuck is going on? And I should have known when they weren't familiar with what I was talking about. I got to tell you who all the designers are. What the fuck is going on? Oh, shit. That's crazy. Hell to the no. Baby, I'm going to tell you. Let me see. The way you lose your status is like sex with minors, shit like that. You lose your status quick that way. Snitching. What else? Snitching, sex with minors. What else? Stealing. What else? Now, let me see how serious is not taking care of your kids. I know this sounds real crazy, and it shouldn't even be a question. Let's see, not taking care of your kids let me see. Has anybody been brought up on those charges that had status? Not take care of your kids and see what happened. So I think they probably regard not taking care of your kids as something that's private. I don't know if you lose your status that way. Now it still seems like it should be more important than snitching and stealing, right? It's not. It's being a deadbeat. I'm gonna pause this and think about it. Okay. Actually, being a deadbeat, yeah, you can lose your status that way. Because it's hard because I don't really know about it. You're brought on a charge. Oh yeah, let me clarify the stealing shit. If you steal from people, you can lose your status. If you steal from companies and stuff, that's fine. I mean, I know this sounds stupid. Again, I don't make the rules. I just follow them. You steal from companies and shit, that's fine. But you steal from people, like, yeah, that ain't cool. Yeah, that's a wrap. You don't get kicked to the curb. Nobody gonna fuck with you. But you can sell drugs. Because they view that as an exchange for something, right? You're not. You might be killing people, but they view that as an exchange. Okay? You hustling. Okay? You hustling. Hustling is okay, that type of hustling, but you can't steal from people. Can't do that. You can steal from like a bank or whatever. And I know that because one of our close friends, one of my cousin Kenny's close friends, he's a bank robber. And he got out and he came on back like he up in the place. stepping in the name of love like the rest of everybody. You understand what I'm saying? So he didn't get kicked out the group. So none of the groups. So he good. Yeah. So yeah, being a deadbeat, you can lose your status and shit. Yeah. What else? And that's about it. I mean, it ain't that. It ain't because like it's not like the status of having privilege. Privilege, you knocked out of that status when you lose your money. Okay, you don't have to drop down there, like under, privilege or where else common folks are. Okay, yeah. So, with privilege, that's different. Though their rules are different. You lose that money, your ass is out of there. Your ass is up out of there. And sometimes, if you get a divorce, your ass can be out of there. You ever seen those true movies on Lifetime? Well, I'm gonna tell you one you might know. Betty Broderick. And you see how you remember she said when she got divorced from Dan and whatever, she lost her friends and all that type of shit. Yep. Because she had privilege. You should have just stayed with the regular folks and just had regular status. You don't have to worry about all of that. You can get married, divorced as many times as you want. Shit. But she got divorced. There goes that privilege status. They go to whispering about her ass. Yeah. So that shit's a real thing, and people will kill to keep their goddamn status. Them having them kids out of wedlock and all that type of shit. And when people have that privilege, that's why some of them goddamn mamas and them babies go missing. Okay? Yep, and play all them games. You got regular status shit. You can have some kids out of wedlock, shit, whatever. Hell, it ain't our business. But so that's crazy. But yeah. So it's just I don't know. It's just different, and it's so funny that I would manage to find the few people that, although they may be in different places, right, like different city and states, they know what I'm talking about because that's how they operate as far as like the friend groups and things of that nature, right? The people they marry and date and all that type of stuff. Their education, all of that. And I'm not just talking about more. It's more people. They may not say nothing. They don't even come out. Some of the motherfuckers, though, they don't even come out to be dispersed in this atmosphere. Yeah. They cling on to their status, baby. If you knew the people that were amongst us, and I have to sit proud because they entrust, their stuff with me, and they, click up with me, you'll be surprised who we have in our midst. You'll be surprised, honey. I mean, real men and some baddies. Okay? I just shit, whatever. Smart folks, too. Accomplished. people who set their own hours. Shit like that, right? So, it's a blessing. I'm trying to tell you. And I told you, you pretty much attract the type of people that you have most things in common with. That's just how it is. Trash attracts trash. Trash don't fool up with me for long. Fucked up ass people don't fool up with me for long. They going about their motherfucking business, or, find their type. Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is. And I prefer it that way. I'd rather have one real person than to have 10 fake ones. And all that confusion and all that type of stuff. Oh my gosh. I'm here to tell you, baby, when I tell you that Progress 2 times, I don't know where he is. But he said some real, he made a real comparison one time. And I ain't gonna bring it up. But he made a real comparison of the people I mainly have issues with. Oh, I had to blow my nose out. But it's so crazy. I had motherfuckers who would want to tell the world that, I guess, the voices you hear me talk to or whatever, these people aren't real. I don't know where I'm manufacturing them from, right? They were here. They're the same people that you heard prior to I had a problem with any of these motherfuckers when I first started the channel. They were the videos, the calls that I dropped, right? Or, right? They want to tell people that, don't believe it, whatever, but yet get mad at me because I'm talking to the people. Now make up your mind. That's what I'm talking about. This bullshit. You want to tell the people don't believe it, but you want to get mad at me but you believe it, because that's why you cussing me out. I don't understand none of this. It's just weird. Tell me I'm lying. These motherfuckers are weird. I'm just trying to tell you, they were birthed just no good. No good, straight out the motherfucking womb. Riddled with motherfucking mental issues, problem. I don't know what the fuck is going on. And I don't see how in the world people will pick just to be a fucked up individual. I don't see how that's even possible. And then you got just, and motherfuckers just so slow and just like like the logic. You like, why even argue with someone who doesn't even process information through logic? Like motherfuckers that would not even score a 95 on an IQ test, let alone 100. Like, huh? And in some parts of the IQ test, you're dealing with shapes and graphs and shit. You're not even dealing with words and shit. They'll fail that. Like, that's just pretty much using your eyes, right? But you got to understand logical sequences, right? They won't fuck that up. I challenge a motherfucker to one. Don't play with me. Like, oh my gosh. We are not the goddamn same. But baby. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. And the thing about it is, right, I get to share my excitement over here, and then when it's ready, I get to go back to my stomping grounds and be like, surprise, and get the rest of them acclimated into what's going on, what I got going on. Oh. Oh my God. Oh, happy day, child. Yeah, I really don't want nothing. I'm just, Lord have mercy. That's why I need the same trash can but bigger, because it just continues to make bags so quick. I don't like that, because it's aggravating to take it off, take the bag out. Have time for all of that. Anyway, it's just, I don't know, child. But I'm just so appreciative of men like Dion. And I'm not saying he's perfect, or I'm not saying nothing like that. But he'll be perfect for a lot of people, a lot of women. And he's raising sons and giving them, the sons and the daughters, some good instruction, good leadership qualities, in my opinion. And that's what you want in your life, right? You want those type of men around. You want those type of men around your children. You want those type of men around as friends. Definitely want to jump up and down on them type of men, because you can see that he's passing his mindset down to his children. A lot of men don't do that. That's why we have a bunch of sorry ass men. And then we have mothers who baby them sorry ass men. That's what ain't about shit. I'm hard to impress, but when I see something that is somewhat rare, but it shouldn't be, I'm gonna call it out. I'm gonna congratulate it. I don't care. And here's the thing, right? I'm just not like, a bunch of trash, whatever. I can do 100 good things, and I have some hating assholes in this motherfucker, just jealous, that act as if I, would make what I'm doing a bad thing. I just can't wait to D-Day, baby. That shit gonna be off the chain. Woo, child. That shit gonna be off the chain, baby. Oh my gosh. But myself, if I see you doing something good, even if I don't fuck with you, if I don't like you, but if you do something good, or it's right or whatever, I point it out. And I had stopped doing that because I think these motherfuckers didn't understand that. I'm starting back slowly, if I catch you. I'm not no hater. I just don't like you. It's different. child. But the main thing, that we just need to understand that we are segregated for a reason. It could be IQ level, high school level, whatever you want to consider. But we are segregated for a reason. Okay? If, just say, well, who I talk about fashion with, Uniquely Made. If we're up there talking about fashion and stuff like that, that's a particular language. Okay? Certain activities in certain environments have certain language. You probably don't even know what we're talking about. So you probably don't even need to be even around. And you understand what I'm saying? So we segregated for a reason. I'm talking about the law, and you can barely read. Like, huh? Like, what's the problem? You don't even understand what the fuck I'm talking about anyway. But it is just crazy. It is ridiculous to have, like, to be a hater. Like, and for some people that's a full-time job. I'm not sitting around worrying about how nobody look, how long their hair is, whatever. And here's the thing, that don't even matter. It's the style. But if you're not stylish, you don't even know what I'm talking about. Don't even worry about it. That's what I'm talking about. Don't even worry about it. Just know we are not the same. We ain't in the same nothing. We ain't go to the same schools. We ain't go nothing. Let it go. Just crazy shit like that. And that go for the men too. Just let it go. There's nobody have enough. I don't give a fuck. And then, oh my God, this was so funny. And I ain't starting shit, but I'm just saying this is what was said. I heard somebody say that they gonna group up a bunch of dusties and a bunch of dumb motherfuckers together. To challenge who? On what? Huh? Now, you do know that I can do that job myself against whomever, especially from this sector. Are you insane? It ain't worked yet. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, who is checking who? If we start totaling up the amount of information that people put out that's wrong versus my numbers. I'm talking about collective, as a collective. What? What are we talking about? This is stupid shit. And my child coach told them, because my child played on a premier AAU team, known all around this country, that y'all keep letting these little teams hang around and they think they can beat you. That meant that and this is this team from Greenwater or something like that. They always played that team crazy at the first half. I don't know what was going on. It stayed that way forever. They come back halftime, and my daughter didn't blow them out. But still, like, going into halftime, they probably at like a 5 or 10 point difference, right? We'll be up. And they come back and blow them out by 30 or 40, something like that. And he always said, y'all let them teams hang around, meaning y'all not putting them away. And see, a lot of teams didn't like us, especially because you had a bunch of teams that was in AAU that shouldn't have been in AAU. Right? And the travel league, and I don't know why I do know the excuses they give, but the travel league, whatever sport you're in, whatever sport you're in, the travel is the best way to get exposure. How many students, how many kids have gone from the travel league and ended up in professional, as a professional athlete? Now, of course, it didn't happen with everybody, of course not, because, the league only have so many teams and what have you, but it had happened with enough, and then they definitely got scouted a whole lot, right? Boxing, basketball, track, whatever, that damn travel league. A lot of parents, it pissed me off because a lot of parents don't want to make that commitment for their children. They don't want to tout their spring and summer with falling behind their children, trying to, get to the next level. And it's expensive. It's expensive as hell, honey. But why did I go down this goddamn, what am I talking about? Damn, my motherfucking mind all over the place sometimes. But anyway, a lot of parents don't commit, right, to their children when it comes to sports, whatever. That's why sometimes it's hard. Now, me myself, again, I told you, my child wasn't going out no Midwest and all that type of shit. And it was weird because she had all D1 scouts, right? And then Miss Tracy from UNC wanted her to, okay, let me explain like this. All right. We all had a relationship with UNC, okay? But if you didn't know anything about ball, right? As a 3, and you're only 5'5", that's a hard sell, right? You got to, beat out a whole bunch of people. You might be putting more on the board or what have you, but in school, she's playing the 1, and she played all the damn positions. But school's different. Anybody that knows about travel, right? School is different. And when you go to those exposure camps and clinics and all the extra shit. So we had a real good relationship with UNC. But at her, they already had commitments, right? They, a lot of people, be committed, be getting committed in the 8th grade. So, but so a lot of people, for some reason, a lot of damn the fucking Midwest people want her. I was like, that's too far. And then, what's your chances you're gonna go to the league anyway to make that little bit of money? They don't make nothing. At that time, they wasn't making no more than 40 grand a year. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? So, she didn't get any scouts from like JUCO, nothing like that. They were all D1. So, we were talking to Miss Trace over there at UNC. She was an assistant coach at that time under Sylvia Hatcher. And I know y'all done hacked me and whatever, so y'all see us in the office with anything with that blue and white on, and you see Miss Hatcher, the white lady, and all of that. Yeah. Those pictures from Facebook. So anyway, she Miss Sylvia's friend was a coach at a JUCO, with the best JUCO in Florida. She wanted my child to go there and then finish there and then, go to UNC. That worked for me because one, she'll be a little bit older, and I'll still be able to get to those games, right? Because, we know people in North Carolina. And I can always stay there, but anytime we was in North Carolina, I had a hotel room anyway because I don't like to, be at people's house and shit like that. But we did quite a bit of and tell me I'm lying because, baby, I get somebody that went up there and stayed up there. Okay, the woman that I talked to on election night, whose daughter got engaged on ESPN, honey. Okay, so don't play with me. All right, y'all know how I do. Y'all know y'all can't stand it because you can't do the same. That's simple. Who can't get nobody on the line? I don't understand that. Who can't get nobody on the line, child? But anyway, so she wanted my daughter to go to her friend's college, and I forgot what is that college in. I don't know what the college is, but what happened was everybody thought my daughter had already committed somewhere. They thought she had committed. And I was sitting there just at my daughter's game, and somebody, damn, I can't tell you, somebody's sister from the NBA is a coach. And she had thought my child had committed, right? And I, and I was talking to her, and she, kept on, with my child or whatever, and it was getting late. Everybody thought she had committed. It was getting late. And I was like, I didn't really like that team that that Tracy from UNC wanted my daughter to go to. I didn't really like that team, but it is what it is. She wasn't gonna do nothing but be there for 2 years and then transfer. So ended up just falling in love because them child they do you. They put the sister on, the coach. I met her mama, the boy in the NBA's mama. Met her. She started coming to my daughter's games. So that's how they put the people on your child. So I ended up going with her. them. Then, after the 2 years, then my child didn't even go to UNC. She went to another college, a D1 college, and finished up there. So, but the college she went to was closer. So it still worked out. You understand? It worked out in my favor. And this might be selfish, but I don't give a damn, because like, what was the likelihood that all those girls was going to the NBA? There was nobody that went from the NBA, and we had a premier program, and it's a lot of bureaucracy, a lot of bullshit that goes on with that in sports. Shutting people out and all of that type of stuff, but they don't like you, or that happens a lot. And it's only one girl that she spent her earlier years with the program, and then she spent her like a year or two with another program. From college, she went to the WNBA. And you know, it's not, in basketball, what, it's 32 teams in NBA. Well, in WNBA, it's even less than that. So, so it's a lot of rock. And nobody was really feeling no 40 grand for no damn thing. And then my daughter had to go overseas and play, and if she wanted to make some real money, anybody got time for that? And she could have still went over there, because we had a couple of girls go overseas, but most of the girls didn't want to go overseas. And then, and then we had, remember the dude I just talked to on the line, whatever, and I said they did that with us, and they did that with your son, what they did to Shador, because he was supposed to go somewhere, whatever. So it's just a lot of bullshit when it comes to opportunities and things in sports, right? AAU, listen, people thought that I worked for AAU. People in Florida, and I'm going to see if I can find them emails, would send me their request that they needed AAU to do whatever, and I would forward it to them. They said because they can contact AAU and nothing happens. They said, but when I get in touch with them, the thing gets changed immediately. I'm like, that's crazy, because I've never worked for AAU, but I just had a real good rapport with those people. We were there all the time. And they would come out and see our games and stuff like that, because they were just in awe of how we played. See, when Mr. James and them was up there talking that mess about they was going to beat them girls, what they didn't understand is that the girls were going to play them man-to-man. They was going to press them. If it was a 20-minute game, they was going to press them at least 19 minutes of those games. So, it was going to be over for them. Of course, they towering over the girls. But these are old men. And the girls are older, but they're not as old as these old-ass men. That would have been a good game, honey. And what would have been funny, right? I'm going to tell you what would have happened. Their coach and Key to the City man, and because they know each other, baby, and those two don't miss. Now you know what would be a good game if all my little people played. If that Walker husband, if that other husband played, Key to the City man, my daughter's coach. He's not my man, so I'll take him out. The policeman, credit card man, University of Florida, FSU, they would be the bench, but they play okay. If they were on a team, and baby, they will ball. Form is crazy. Key to the city, man, he not missing no shots. Policeman, he's not, and he can still dunk. He can still dunk. He's always a highlight of the little Christmas, because they do like that's what we ain't got shit going here. They do like a Christmas little tournament, right? Like a 3-day tournament. He done got MVP so many times. What? He can still dunk. Fast break. Full court, baby. Stop playing. And I told y'all I am the worst. My man, all that girlfriend. Or a fiance, a wife. Understand all of that. I talks shit. Now, here's the thing. I don't just, just start talking shit, because you have other women there that be cheering their men on and shit like that. So if you gonna cheer your man on, I'm gonna cheer my man on too. What? I be saying all kind of shit. I'm like, y'all, your man ain't done shit today. When he gonna produce? My man got all the points. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I just can't wait. This next year and a half is going to be busy. But I'm ready. And you know what? And the devil is always trying to be busy. But I just keep stepping right over him. It may be, difficult, right? You don't know how shit is going to play out, but all you can do is just keep going, keep trying. And I had to get that in my head, and I have to do something about all this shyness, because I'm shy as hell. And I hate being the center of attention. I am behind the scenes, get everything ready, whatever. I'm that type of person. I just need it executed. All I need is the people to execute it. But hey, it is what it is. I'm just like, damn, I done ran my mouth for damn an hour and something. But yeah, I guess the main thing I wanted to say is this. Even with what happened to his son, and even while going through it, and I saw his son arriving at the Cleveland Browns, camp or whatever they're doing, and he's so positive, and I still want him in Jacksonville. But I really want him to put it on they ass down there in Cleveland as well. I still want him in Jackson, because I think we'll treat him better. Mr. Shaka Khan, he apparently loved to stick with just a losing objective child. Talk to them people about my damn tickets. And y'all heard my friend say about the dude at the ticket. Oh, well, anyway. Maybe I don't listen to all the drops. Yeah, but you have people. And let me tell you what's so evil, right? I'm going to tell you how, this is how, you just ain't, I'm under Disclaimer number 2, right? So, like, you can't fuck with me. Because here's the thing, right? I don't have to do underhanded shit. Whatever. I don't have to call nobody, tell nobody, try to turn nobody against you, this, that, and third, whatever. I don't have to do all of that. I go up against your ass head to head. You can collect any motherfucker you want to. You can collect 4, and you still not fucking with me. And I haven't even gotten serious. But in a competition, shit like that, are you crazy? I am a competitor. So much to the point is I used to go to games and just games, random games, and I'll just pick a team, and I'll be in there cheering for them and whatever, just as if I know them, right? But anytime you have to be dirty, underhanded, and all that extra, you already done lost. Because the power you're putting up or the whatever you're trying to do, whatever, it's fake anyway. You already done lost. Just stupid. Like, because I'm trying to tell you, if I know I can beat somebody, whatever, and I ain't got to do nothing dirty, whatever, I'm not going to do anything dirty. Because why? I already know I can beat them. And you got to be crazy if you think that you can beat a person that's the blueprint. Like, that's the only person that can change the game. That's the only person that can change direct. That's the only person that could do all the leveling. Like, what? Like, where am I? It's just the craziest shit, baby. Honey. Like, oh my gosh, child. And another thing, right? You have people that have been picked on and stuff like that in school for whatever reason. Maybe they wore hand-me-down clothes. Maybe they were bald-headed. Maybe they weren't the best looking, the best dressed, the smartest, whatever. Maybe they weren't all those things, right? And I'll never tell you to just get over it, but I will tell you to go and seek help to get through it and to deal with it. Not come and fuck with people that's not fucking with you. It's like, if you are copying me, what I wear or my accessories, whatever, check this out. That means we're not on the same level. That means you cannot beat me at my own shit. That is crazy. And I don't know if, I don't know if y'all attract each other because y'all got that mental health shit going on, or you motherfuckers, I don't know what it is. But that is insane. That is insane. Because if, and then I don't understand how somebody who has no style, who literally go shopping and buy shit and it's ugly, or it's like, what? Talk about what if somebody else got on. Who does that? Who gets mad because they can't see a person's half face, whatever, so they can have something to talk about, whatever? Who gets mad at that? Just know it looks better than yours. It's longer than yours. You know that. I mean, that's some insane shit. That's some crazy motherfuckers. And I get it. And I keep saying, I don't know you motherfuckers. I don't. It was an error in judgment, whatever. I don't. Anybody can clearly see that there are some people that is in a whole other class, a whole other situation, on different levels, whatever. You can have the highest level, that's fine. Just as long as you know we not on the same level. You have people that are good people. Again, we're not the same. And the devil is busy. These people making up reasons and want to try to argue with you. Nope, you ain't going to get that. You're just going to look like a damn fool. And, you know, people, if you keep fucking with me or whatever, my aim is to run you crazy. Or crazier. Baby. Ooh. I wish I could say what I want to say, but in due time, I'm just saying, it's not going to work. You will not get it. I don't give a fuck what you say. Anyway, as you were.